Baba suggested one day that we, as we are here, that we should, that Baba want us to see Paris. Baba wanted to take us to Paris. And so Baba suggested this to Elizabeth and Norina, that he wanted to go to Paris, with the girls. So we traveled in Elizabeth's car, and Elizabeth was driving. And Elizabeth was always at home in the car, she loved driving. So we went by motor car to Paris. And there, of course, we had taken all our lovely saris. So, since I was in Meherabad with Baba very first, I've seen Baba be in seclusion and fast for quite some time. Means for some days he would be on fast and seclusion. And always when Baba kept seclusion, I was in seclusion fast, sometimes it would be weak tea only. He would tell me my fingers should be clean and not to do the garlic and onion, touch garlic onion in the kitchen, because that would smell strong with the tea or milk. So I used to take care. And so Baba used to have sometimes weak tea for days on fast, and that spoiled his insides like this. But his work always came first. He did not care for his health even. So he was giving of himself all the time. And there were other seclusion fasts, other times that he did some fruit juice. The fruit juice for too many days would give him diarrhea, and that would also spoil his insides. Even then he did not care, as you would say, because his work always came first. So for the love of us, Baba did so much, and he gave of himself all the time. That is his beautiful love for each one of us. And that is why you, all Baba lovers, and also very young ones, all love Baba, because Baba has loved you very dearly, and now it is time for us to love him, because God is love, and God wants love from us, because he has loved us and suffered for us for so many years of keeping silence and fast and seclusion. Many of the activities Baba done. That is all for good of humanity. It served humanity in many ways. It served humanity in many ways. Bathing the children of the poor in the Arangam village, there were children who were not clean at all, and Baba was to bathe them and put on new shirts on them. And of course the Mandali would help by bathing the other children also, but Baba, and these children are of third class, so it means scheduled class, untouchable. So they are not very clean. They don't wash themselves, their hair, like this. So one day when Baba had given them bath, and then the next day Baba felt scratching in his head, itching in his head. And Baba told this girl, came in and said, "Come, see in my head, clean my head, see if there's anything in my head, because I'm feeling, itchy. So we girls searched around in his head and hair, and we did find lice, bugs, lice. And so we showed it Baba. Baba was very surprised that really it happened, because it is something that he never, It's not nice because they multiply so fast. Anyway, we caught one or two, and then Baba's hair was clean and nice, and I brushed and combed it. But Baba did not give up his work with the poor children, though he got lice in his head, or whatever happened, but Baba did not care. He always served the poor also. Then later on he bathed the, what do you call his lepers, and washed the feet of the poor. That you all have seen and how Baba has bowed to them, Baba was so humble also. So he's done everything. He's not done anything undone. And also did the mass work. Bathing them, feeding them, and cutting their hair. Everything Baba did himself, and he did it with so much love and care. He loved the mass so dearly, and washed them. And Baba loved Chatti Baba most especially, and Muhammad also. Baba used to play with Muhammad. Yes, it's sort of play means kind of hugging him, just to show off like he's wrestling. Yes, just a few actions like that, and then he loved Muhammad very much. Baba, it was his pet must. Yes, Baba taking Muhammad to Canada. Baba and bathe him every day, but Baba loved Muhammad. Muhammad was his must, and Baba would always play with him and hug him and kiss him. This, like that, then this, like that, and then
he would
try to wrestle. And like that.
Would he punch him?
Yeah. So then playfully, just for a second or two. Muhammad would shy, and yes.
He would hide under there?
No, he was smiling all the time, laughing, calling Baba. He would call Baba Dada. Sometimes he would say, Baba took us to see Muhammad one day, women. So he saw us coming, Muhammad, and he said, Dada, I'm feeling shy. Yar have come, Baba, Yar. I'm shy.
Really?
I don't know why he would say that, but yes, I'm feeling shy. That's what he would say. He was very childlike, Muhammad. Baba loved him. His childlike ways, is something special about Muhammad. Baba always loved.
Tell us about how you went to school.
How I went to school?
No, you were saying about the study. Maybe you were good students.
No, there's not much to tell. What is there to tell about that? In the beginning, when we came to Baba, very first to stay with Baba, we cooked food for the Mandali, very few Mandali, and Baba and ourselves, 5 of us. And so Naja cooked and I helped, and Kaushik did her part also. We had to clean up, wash, and wash the utensils, bring firewood, and clean the fireplace. Many things to be done anyway. That was the beginning. But then, what did you want to say?
You were saying that when you first came to Baba, there was something.
Yes. And so Baba one day, after how long the time we stayed there with Baba, I don't know, very beginning, but Baba said we were going to Bombay. And so we were told to pack, and we were packing one day in our room, and outside there were many things, not useful things outside, tin boxes and all that. And otherwise in the kitchen all things were packed, and Baba came in the evening time. We had to catch the evening train, late evening train, maybe 7 o'clock. Anyway, Baba came in where we were inside the room, and it was the day was a bit chilly, And so Baba came in and he said, "Are you all back?" And we did, Baba. Baba came in and asked us if it's cold and chilly, so we were to keep our warm things out. Baba asked us what warm we have. Have we enough? We said, I showed him that I have a warm woolen coat. Woolen means it was knitted coat. My mother had knitted for me. Lovely pink one, South Korea. So then Baba saw the pink coat. It was very loose on me, rather big. My mother knitted. Anyway, it was nice and warm. But so Baba took that coat and he wore it himself.
Really?
Yes, he wore it and he looked so sweet in it, the pink coat and the white sajra, his hair, open brown, lovely hair, lovely brown. Baba's eyes. And Baba said, "How do I look in this? Is it okay on me?" He said, "Oh yes, Baba, pink looks very lovely on you. Keep it on, Baba." So Baba just kept it on for 5 minutes, but then he took it off and then gave it to me. And then, of course, when we came to the station, yes, Baba wanted to see if we had enough warm clothes. So I showed him my coat, and the others also showed him their coat. And Baba took my pink coat and wore it, and he looked very lovely in the pink coat. And he said, "Yes, Baba, it looks very well on your pink color." Baba's hair brown, his eyes lovely shining brown, and his fair skin. Baba looked very beautiful in pink coat. And so Baba wore it for about 3 minutes, and then Baba took it off and gave it to me and the others. All were ready. So, and Baba then took his kamli coat. Gusaji brought the kamli coat, and Baba wore this kamli coat because it was cool in the evening. And then Baba had said to pack everything. Told Naja's father, Rustam Masa, to pack anything. Nothing should be left outside. So it was very funny that there were things that thrown away, what do you call it? Rusted tin pots or some junk, everything the things that are thrown away, rubbish we would call it. Even that Rustam Masterji brought it and started putting inside the room because the room had to be locked up. My mother saw this and she found it very funny, things that were thrown away or broken tin pots and whatnot, broken pieces of bamboo and all. So Baba came and asked my mother why she was laughing. So my mother said, all these rubbish is got inside and be locked inside. So then Baba says, yes, it is obeying me implicitly. So then Baba said, but yes, he is obeying me implicitly because I told him that everything that is outside must be packed. So Masaji is packing everything, is obeying me to the letter, as you would say. And so from that time we knew that Baba loved to be obeyed. You see, Mandali were trained to obey him. And then after that we went to the station. And by that time it was nightfall, sun had set and all that, and we were the men. Yes, then on the station, yes, we went on the station and Baba, in those days there were very few people, maybe very few people in the world, because on the railway station there were very few, and so Baba told us to be seated on this one bench, my mother, Naja, myself, and so on. And Baba said we must wait till our train comes in. And when the train comes in, we will be shown the ladies' compartment. We will have to be seated in that. So we were waiting. And by that time, in 5-10 minutes, the train came. Before the train came, Baba was restless. He was always want things to happen quick and fast. So we were waiting for the train. It did not come. So Baba was taking a walk up and down the railway platform, and Baba had a turban, mauve-colored turban, which he had worn in Meherabad. With this kamli coat, Baba wore this turban. He tied it so well round his head, and Baba looked very beautiful. The turban also, and so he could hide his hair in the turban, because on the station nobody should see his long hair, because then. Baba walked on the platform singing. He loved singing, he couldn't do without it, and so when he came where the people were, he would sing softly to himself. Then when he went out of hearing, loud, at the end of the platform there, he would sing louder, and when he came towards the middle of the platform where the station was actually, there Baba was singing very softly, and then when he went the other end of the platform, Baba was singing loudly. Means Baba loved to sing, he could not do without singing. And when the train came, the Mandali found his compartment, and so Baba boarded the train, and he was inside the compartment. And we were waiting outside for someone to find the compartment for us. We were outside just for 1 minute, and Baba was in his compartment, and by that time Gustaji was sent. Baba sent By that time Gustaji was sent. Baba sent Gustaji. Baba was speaking that time. He was talking. He was not on silence. So Gustaji came out from Baba's compartment where Baba was sitting. He came towards us and said, Baba wants Mehera come to him in his compartment. So I went and I went in, and I did not know what it was Baba wanted to tell me or something. And so I went in a bit, I was a shy girl, but I went in and stood there. I said, yes, Baba. Baba said, sit down. Baba had his feet, stretched out, and he was leaning against the thing with the cushion at the back. And Baba looked very lovely. And Baba said, massage my feet. And so I sat down near his feet and massaged his feet. It was not even half a minute that massage that Baba said, if you massage my feet like this every day without missing one day, I will make you like Baba Jan. Yes. So can you imagine? I was so surprised, but Baba knew that cannot be done. And of course but I said, yes, Baba. I was very surprised, and because I never thought of ever becoming like Baba Jan or God realized that. I just want to serve Baba. So then after that, Baba told me, now I can go. So we went and we were seated in the ladies' compartment. But when we reached Bombay, it shows that how difficult it was to massage Baba's feet every day, because Baba was in seclusion sometimes, and sometimes they told not to come near his room. And how can I massage his feet every day? It could not be done. So Baba knew very well it could not be done. But he gave me a little surprise, or startled me. He was very sweet like that. In many ways he would give you a happy surprise. I was old, and I saw Baba Jan walking on the road, and children, very small children, naughty children, urchins, 3-4 of them ran after Baba Jan, pulled her, what do you call it? Not shawl, it was a torn something. I don't know what it is called. Torn quilt or something she had on her shoulders. So they will come back and pull it, and Baba then turned around and said, no, don't do that. But they would not listen. and they would want to tease her, that way. The Babajan turned round and showed her finger, then don't do that. And then when they saw that Babajan was serious, and then they would run away. And that is how I saw Babajan. I was only 6, but I did not know Babajan was a saint or a perfect master. We were not told. And we being children, we did not know about it. But then when going to school, we used to see Babajan sitting under the tree, but we never went for darshan or anything because we did not know anything about Babajan.
She always stayed in the same place?
Yes, always under the tree, but once in a while she would take a walk along a certain road, come back to the tree, and always stay under the tree.
But that day that you asked her about the white horse, she had moved?
Near the convent school. Behind the convent school, where the church is, behind the convent school, where the church is, there